Well, Survivor Series War Games turned out to be a good show tonight, man. Real good show. Not bad, not bad at all. Name my topic tonight is called Visionary and Very Good in Vancouver. Was Survivor Series War Games worth watching? So much I have to say. The Godfather Soul Joseph Louis Fleming. And before I start the show, I'm gonna open up the show with a little bit of song. Since all of you know that everyone came to war today in the Survivor Series War Games, I'm gonna open up the show with a little bit of song. It's a cover version from the movie 1998 science fiction action comedy Small Soldiers, called cover version of War by Edwin Stark. War. It's called is sung by the Bug Stones and Harmony, Flea, Henry Rollins of Flea of that group. What's the name of the group? Flea. That group Flea was in. The group Flea. Red Hot Chili Peppers. That's it. Red Hot Chili Peppers. And Henry Rollins, lead singer of that group, Black Flag, I think it was the name of the group, and and Tom Morello, featuring Bug Thorn, some is cover version by Bug Thugs and Harmony, featuring Henry Rollins, Tom Morello, and Flea. Really good version of the song that I liked when I was little. So let me find the song real quick. Oh, a second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second trying to find the song. Oh, 1 second. Hold on a second. Okay, here it goes.
How many stadiums could you fill with all the people killed in the war? Now you look me in my eyes and tell me what it's good for.
Absolutely nothing. War. All you just heard, War. A little cover version. Really good song. A little cover version of from the 1970s version by late Edwin Starr. The movie Saul was made in 1998. Thugs and Harmony featuring Henry Rollins, Flea, Tom Morello. Really good one, little version. So let's get started. Tonight's show. So let's get down with the show. Really good show tonight. Name my top tonight was Visionary and Very Good in Vancouver tonight. Okay. Pre-show arrivals, Team Rhea Ripley and Team Liv Morgan are shown arriving separately in the United States champion. And United States champion LA Knight is in the building, ready to defend his title against Shinsuke Nakamura. Hope all of you have, by the way, I hope all of you had a really good Thanksgiving. Now it's time, now Thanksgiving's over, now it's time for the greatest time of the year, Christmas. And all the time for a brand new year coming, 2025. A U.S. champion LA Knight is in the building, ready to defend his title against Shinsuke Nakamura. The Bloodline is shown arriving. Paul Heyman and since CM Punk are here. Jey Uso and Sami Zayn are shown arriving, shown together. Roman Reigns arrives with his cousin Jimmy Uso. And the Survivor Series WarGames hype video plays. We return to the Riders Ring to see a huge pyrotechnics display. The crowd is red hot for Survivor Series WarGames, the 38th annual event. Michael Cole and Corey Graves go over the rules of the WarGames match. The women's WarGames match will kick off the show. The fire shoots up as the WarGames cage is lowered. Women's WarGames match. World Wrestling Entertainment Women's Tag Team Champion Bianca Belair, Naomi, Io Sky, Bayley. Rhea Ripley versus Raw SmackDown Women's Champion Nia Jax, Candice LeRae, Miss Money in the Bank, Tiffy Time. Annoying. And the Judgment Day, Raw Women's World Champion Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. The match will start with Bayley in her third career WarGames versus SmackDown Women's Champion Nia Jax. Jax defeated Bayley to win the SmackDown Women's Championship at SummerSlam 2024 last August. The rest of the competitors are locked in separate team cages. The bell rings. The match is technically not officially started until all competitors are in the match. Jax takes Bayley down and taunts the crowd. Bayley avoids some strikes and pushes Jax into the ropes. Jax puts the brakes on a whip and sends Bayley into the ropes, but Bayley ducks a clothesline and forearms her in the face. Bayley charges. Jax scoops her up. Bayley slides off and boots Jax back. Bayley grabs her by the throat, but Bayley hooks a side headlock. Jax pushes her off and soon headbutts her into the corner. Jax charges, but Bayley slips between the ring. Jax follows her out, but Bayley goes back into the ring and snaps Jax off the middle rope. Jax is down the middle of the rings. Bayley goes to the middle of the rings and charges, but Jax drops her into the second ring. Bayley goes to the top rope and jumps, but Jax avoids her. Jax knocks her back into a second ring and sends her to the corner, but Bayley climbs the top rope. Jax pulls her down, but Bayley clubs away at her. Bayley chops the chest and twists her arm, climbing the ropes and hitting a hurricanrana. We're down to 2 minutes left before the next competitor comes in. Bayley pulls a piece of her wardrobe and whips Jax with it. Jax soon blocks it and takes Bayley down before slapping her back with it. Jax throws Bayley into the middle platform between the two rings. Jax rubs Bayley's wardrobe with her rear end and hits a running knee to the face. Now she's Rikishin. Bayley rolls into the first ring. Jax slowly follows her into the ring. Bayley sends her head first into the cage wall and hits a running knee. Bayley hits the ropes, but Jax avalanches her down in the middle of the ring. Jax sends Bayley into the cage wall. We're 20 seconds before Bayley will get some help. Jax hits a running hip attack into this cage wall and Bayley is out. Time expires. Nia enters her first WarGames match. Today is also her birthday. She's 37. Naomi puts a toilet seat in the ring and a gold up kendo stick. Naomi hits Jax a few times but Jax quickly backs her into a corner. Jax charges, but Naomi slips her over and stomps her. Naomi connects with a scissors kick and poses. Naomi hits the ropes and a split leg drop. Bayley and Naomi sandwich Jax with a double team attack. Jax soon grabs the kendo stick and lays into both Bailey and Naomi. Jax grabs the toilet seat and places it around Naomi's head. With only a minute left, Bailey quickly attacks Jax with the kendo stick, and Naomi hits her with a toilet seat. Jax is knocked into the middle of the turnbuckle. Naomi puts the toilet seat around Jax's head and does a stink face. Bailey and Naomi pull Jax up, but Jax attacks them. Naomi and Bailey take out Jax with a scary double team back body drop. Time expires. Candice LeRae sidesteps Tiffany Stratton, who wanted to come in, and enters her third WarGames match. LeRae throws some steel chairs in the ring. Jax starts teeing off Naomi and Bailey. Bailey and Naomi are both out of position and nearly take chair shots to the head, which are banned in WWE. Jax and LeRae team up and take Bailey and Naomi out. Naomi jumps off the chair and hits Naomi with a senton splash while delivering a code breaker to Bailey. LeRae goes to the second ring and sets up two chairs seat to seat. She then lays another chair on top. Naomi quickly bounces LeRae's face off the chairs. Naomi and Bailey go for a 3D through the chair bridge, but Jax breaks it up. Jax lays Bailey on the chair bridge. LeRae hits a corridor vibrato on Bailey. Time expires. Bianca Belair runs down. Belair goes under a ring and throws a garbage can into the ring before slamming the door in LeRae's face. Belair puts a fire extinguisher in the ring and grabs a table, which gets a huge props from the crowd. LeRae attacks Belair as she gets in the ring, counters opposing Rana into an inverse elbow slam into the top turnbuckle. Belair flips back over Jax with a chair and throws it at Jax before a dropkick can get into her. Belair and Naomi double team Jax with a classic 10 punches in the corner. Jax is down in the corner. Bailey and LeRae are in the second ring. Bailey hits her with a back suplex in the first ring. Naomi drop kicks a chair into Jax's face. Time expires. Tiffany Stratton runs down her first WarGames match. Boring. She's boring. Stratton puts a trash can and a trash can lid in the ring. Belair flips over Stratton, but Stratton hits her with a head with a trash can lid. Stratton then hits Naomi with a lid. Stratton hits a hidden spring back elbow on Belair. Stratton then cold posts Bailey into an avalanche from Jax. Jax and Stratton high-five each other and taunt the crowd. Jax and Stratton whip Belair and Naomi into each other. Stratton delivers a back slide pin on to Naomi, and Jax follows up with a leg drop. Jax and Stratton hit Belair with a double team blockbuster Samoan drop combo. You got a minute left in the ring. Naomi ducks a chair shot from Jax. Naomi hits Jax with the slightest chair shots ever. Bailey snaps Stratton off the ropes. Bailey is clutching her knee, which may be a legit injury. Time expires. Io runs down and runs around the ring looking for some weapons. Sky pulls out a trash can that is painted to match her wardrobe. Sky harnesses the can around her shoulder and starts to climb the WarGames structure. LeRae climbs and meets Sky at the top of the structure. Sky fights her off. Sky situates the trash can on the top of the cage. LeRae hits Sky's head and goes to the superplex. Superplex her off the top of the cage, but Sky slides down for a sunset flip powerbomb. However, LeRae doesn't let go of the cage. Sky pulls her down and hits a missile dropkick. Stratton tries to attack Sky, but Sky fights her off. Sky sidesteps some attacks and does some handspring. Stratton shows her up by doing the same thing. Sky isn't impressed. Sky hits Stratton with a chair and hits LeRae as well. Sky hits LeRae and Stratton with a bullet train. Jax then pounces pounces Sky down. Bailey attacks Jax with a kendo stick. Time expires. Raquel Rodriguez enters her third WarGames match. Rodriguez pulls the table out from under the ring. Rodriguez then searches for another weapon for getting into the ring. Rodriguez grabs Sky and hits a faraway slam into the cage wall. Rodriguez attacks Naomi and goes for a slam on Belair. Belair slides off Bailey, and Belair club away at Rodriguez. Jax avalanches them away. Rodriguez then sends Blair headfirst into the cage. Jax does the same to Bailey. Then they repeat the attack on their opponents. Liv Morgan is gleefully watching from her cage. Jax and Rodriguez powerbomb Sky and Naomi hitting into the cage before hitting them. Oh man, the computer does it again. I think this computer is freezing. Okay, I'm going to fix where I was. Let's see what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I said time expires. Raquel Rodriguez enters her third WarGames match. Rodriguez pulls the table out from under the ring. Rodriguez then searches for another weapon before getting in the ring. Rodriguez grabs Sky and hits a faraway slam into the cage wall. Now Rodriguez attacks Naomi and goes off a slam on Belair. Belair slides off. Belair and Rodriguez, Bailey and Belair club away at Rodriguez, but Jax avalanches them away. Rodriguez sends Belair headfirst into the cage. Jax does the same to Bailey. Then they repeat the attack on their opponents. Liv Morgan is gleefully watching from her cage. Jax and Rodriguez powerbound Sky and Naomi in the cage on wall before hitting them with powerbombs on Belair and on Bailey. The clock is ticking down. And time expires. Rhea will be clad in a protective face mask sculpted like a ram. You know, to me, she looks like the Undertaker, that like the Phantom Opera mask over that Catwoman with that mask, with a huge protective face mask sculpted like a ram's. He runs to a huge ovation. Ripley slides the table into the ring and slams the table off Rodriguez's face. Ripley dropkicks Jax back. Rodriguez attacks Ripley, and Stratton hits Ripley with a garbage can lid. Bailey runs in and attacks Stratton. Naomi then comes off the top rope with a double rear view to Jax and Rodriguez. Ripley checks on Blair. Ripley breaks the toilet seat on Rodriguez and viciously swings at Jax. LeRae hits Sky with a kendo stick, and Belair hits LeRae with her braid. Rodriguez big boots a chair into Belair's face. Naomi hits Rodriguez with a bulldog. Jax runs over Naomi with a clothesline. Ripley headbutts Jax twice with her protective mask. Ooh, that's not cool. Jax goes down. Liv Morgan looks worried as the seconds tick away. Time expires, and a terrified Raw Women's Champion Liv Morgan exits her the cage. Oh, this isn't right. Ripley motions for Morgan to get in the ring, but Morgan heads to the back. Morgan then returns with a baseball bat. Morgan enters, and the WarGames officially begins. Ripley invites Morgan to hit her in the face with a baseball bat. Belair drives Rodriguez into the turnbuckles between the rings. Ripley takes off her protective mask and challenges Morgan. Ripley ducks a baseball bat shot and goes for the riptide on Morgan, but Jax interrupts it. Jax, Stratton, and LeRae double team Ripley and hold her up. Morgan hits Ripley in the ribs with a baseball bat a few times. Ripley screams in pain. Morgan hits Ripley in the spine with a baseball bat a few times. LeRae holds Ripley down, and Morgan holds a pair of handcuffs. Ripley fights him off. Ripley runs in and punches away at Jax. Sky then takes Jax down in a springboard missile dropkick. Stratton hits Sky with a vicious double stomp. Ripley knees Stratton in the face. LeRae hits a diving DDT on Ripley. Belair sends LeRae into the cage. Rodriguez slams Belair on her face. Naomi hits Rodriguez with a X Factor. Morgan comes off the middle of the rope with a code breaker to Naomi. Bailey hits a sunset flip bomb into the turnbuckles. Jax crushes Bailey with a Samoan drop for a near fall. Jax cannot believe it. In the second ring, Sky climbs to the top of the cage near the garbage can. She put it there. In the ring, Stratton climbs to the top of the cage's top. Sky puts the garbage can over her head and does the over moonsault off the cage onto a bunch of competitors. Stratton then hits a swanton bomb off the cage onto more competitors. Stratton then goes into the garbage can and pulls her out some more weapons, including her Money in the Bank briefcase. The crowd explodes. Morgan and Jax are next to each other in the ring. Rodriguez asks what Stratton is doing. Sky breaks up the proceedings up by spraying the fire extinguisher everywhere. Ripley handcuffs Rodriguez to the top rope. Jax takes everyone down. Stratton drags a table into the ring and sets it up. Jax sets up another table in the ring. The crowd chants, "We want tables." Ray puts Belair on the top rope and Belair attacks her. Belair cuts her off and drives her into the top turnbuckle. Jax crushes Belair with a Samoan drop, followed by a leg drop. 1-2. Sky and Bailey break up the pin. Bailey and Sky stare at each other. The partners fought at WrestleMania. Jax runs them over the double clothesline. Jax clubs away at Belair and puts her on the table. Jax climbs for a second turnbuckle and signals for Annihilator. Belair cuts her off. Naomi and Belair then hit Jax with a double team powerbomb through the table. Naomi covers, but Morgan breaks it up with a baseball bat. Morgan hits Sky with a bat. Belair blocks a shot and chases Morgan into the ring with a steel chair. Rodriguez is still handcuffed to the ropes. Big boots Belair down. Morgan hits Bailey with an oblivion onto the chair and recovers. Ripley quickly pulls Morgan off the Bailey and goes for a riptide, but Rodriguez pulls her off. Morgan hits Ripley with a cold breaker on the chair. Morgan puts Ripley on a table and goes to the top rope. Ripley cuts her off and climbs. Morgan kicks away at Ripley and goes for oblivion off the top rope through the table, but Ripley blocks it. Ripley then hits Morgan with a riptide off the top rope through the table for the win. Winners by pinfall: Bianca Belair, Naomi, Io Sky, Bailey, and Rhea Ripley. Team poses on the top of the cage. Not a bad match, but you know what? It's really doesn't make sense for Bianca and Io Sky teammates to be in this match when they were just feuding. Doesn't really make sense. Triple H kind of got this botched a little bit. Now it's time for the U.S. Championship match. Shinsuke Nakamura versus LA Knight. The bell rings, and Knight cautiously looks at the bizarre Nakamura. Nakamura finds a kick, and Knight backs up. They circle the ring and lock up. Nakamura puts Knight in the corner and delivers a throat first. Nakamura knees Knight in the midsection before hitting a snapmare, hitting him in the back. Nakamura attacks him in the corner and whips him in the opposite corner, but Knight explodes out with a clothesline. Knight mounts Nakamura and punches away at him. Knight drops an elbow and covers for a 1 count. Knight stomps away at Nakamura in the corner. Nakamura rolls out of the ring to recover. Knight hits a baseball slide and bounces at Nakamura's face off the barricade. Nakamura fights back and sends him into the barricade. Nakamura bounces him off the barricade. Knight fights back and bounces Nakamura face off the apron several times. Nakamura rolls Nakamura into the ring. Nakamura attacks him, but Knight comes back with a big boot to the face. Knight gives him a front suplex on the top rope. Knight comes off the middle rope with a flying elbow to knock him to the mat. Nakamura soon stuns with a vicious elbow back elbow. Nakamura falls up with a strike to put up a 2 count. Nakamura lays Knight across the top turnbuckles and knees him in the midsection. Nakamura attacks him as he gets back in the ring. Knight quickly cuts him off with a head hot shot onto the top rope. Knight drops Nakamura with a DDT for a 2 count. Knight sends Nakamura into the ropes, but he lowers his head and eats a kick. Knight quickly comes back with a burning hammer for near fall. Nakamura quickly powers him to the corner, but Knight elbows him in the head. Knight puts Nakamura on the top rope and punches him. Nakamura fights them off. Knight leaps to the top rope, but he comes up a little short. Nakamura slides through the legs and attacks him. Nakamura kicks him in the back of the head. Knight is dazed on the rope. Nakamura hits an inverted German suplex off the top rope. Nakamura covers a 1-2, but Knight kicks out. Nakamura sizes Knight up for a Kinahasha, but Knight avoids it. Knight slams Nakamura down and goes for a second rope. Knight hits a springboard driving elbow and gets fired up. Knight signals for a blunt for his trauma. Nakamura rolls between the rings. Knight follows him out, but Nakamura attacks him, blocks a suplex, and goes for 1. But Nakamura pokes him now. Nakamura hits a reverse DT on the platform between the 2 rings. Knight is writhing in pain. Nakamura hits a Kinahasha Black to the back of the head for the win. Winner, pinfall, new United States champion Shinsuke Nakamura. Now I said to myself that wow, LA Knight really got buried, but by Shinsuke, but some man told me that LA Knight was kind of lackluster a little bit with that U.S. title. Video. Alpha Academy does a commercial for True Classic, one of those sponsors for tonight's Survivor Series event. Monday Night Raw debuts on Netflix on Monday, January 6, 2025. UFC welterweight champion Bilal Muhammad is at ringside. Then we see a backstage segment with Intercontinental champion Braun Breaker seen pacing backstage. Now we see this little triple threat match, Intercontinental title, Sheamus versus Ludwig Kaiser versus Braun Breaker. The bell rings and Sheamus and Breaker lock eye up Ludwig Kaiser, who attacked both men 2 weeks ago on Raw. Kaiser gets out of the ring to save himself. Breaker powers Sheamus to the corner and hits some shoulder thrusts to the midsection. Sheamus fights him off. Breaker reverses a whip but lowers his head and eats a kick. Breaker then fires back with a WID exploder, wide exploder on Sheamus. I didn't pronounce that. But I think it's wide exploder. Yeah. Exploder on Sheamus. Kaiser runs in with a steel chair. There are no disqualifications in the triple threat match. Breaker knocks the chair away and runs over Kaiser with a lightning quick clothesline. Breaker powers Sheamus to the corner, but Sheamus fights back with an Irish curse. Sheamus hits a second Irish curse. Goes for a powerbomb, but Kaiser breaks it up. Kaiser hangs up Breaker and down and drop kicks him. Kaiser goes outside and grabs it the steel chair. Kaiser wedges it into the corner and turns to see Sheamus and Breakker standing there. Sheamus and Kaiser tee off on the Kaiser with punches. They send him into the opposite corner, and Sheamus hits a corner clothesline. Kaiser puts the brakes on a whip in the opposite corner before he hits the steel chair. Breakker to shoulder tackles Kaiser. Sheamus puts Kaiser on the apron, but Breakker soon attacks Sheamus from behind. Breakker goes outside of the ring, but sets up a running attack. But Kaiser cuts him off with a baseball slide. Kaiser then charges and dropkicks Sheamus to the ring steps. Kaiser then bounces Sheamus off the commentary table. Breakker then comes out of nowhere with a diving attack on Sheamus. Breakker then hits Kaiser with an exploder suplex on the floor. Sheamus and Breakker get into a brawl, but Breakker comes out on top of that. Breakker shouts, "Do you think you can beat me up?" Breakker puts Sheamus in the ring and attacks him in the corner. Sheamus fights back, but Breakker knees him in the midsection. Breakker sends him into the ropes and turns him inside with a kitchen sink, kneeing to the midsection. Breakker covers. Hold on a second. Yeah, I'm sorry. Breakker shouts, "You think you can beat me up?"
Give me a pill for in the morning. Go get you some water, okay?
Okay.
Shoot.
Good night.
Good night, buddy. Love you.
Love you too. Hold on, give me 1 second. I gotta get me some water. My mom just gave me my pill. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm sorry to say this again. Breakker shouts, "You think you can beat me up?" Breakker puts Sheamus in the ring and attacks him in the corner. Sheamus fights back, but Breakker knees him in the midsection. Breakker sends him into the ropes and turns him inside out with his kitchen sink. Knee to them into the midsection. Breakker covers before sliding off and doing some push-ups a la his uncle, Big Pump, Scott Steiner. Breakker taunts Sheamus, so Sheamus catches him with a power slam. Sheamus covers, but Kaiser breaks up the pin. Kaiser and Sheamus start brawling and spill out of the ring. Sheamus goes for a powerbomb on the commentary table, but Kaiser fights out. Breakker then dives off the apron and sends them both into a table with a clothesline. Breakker sends Sheamus over the barricade into the crowd. Breakker grabs Kaiser and the gorilla presses him, but Kaiser rakes the eyes. Kaiser then sends Breakker into the steel steps. Kaiser relaxes into the barricade against the barricade, and Sheamus emerges behind him. Sheamus caves in the chest with a 10 beats of bolt around, hitting an 11th for good measure. Breaker tries to attack Sheamus, but Sheamus catches him. The 10 beats of the boat around. Sheamus then dives off the top rope of the barricade with a double clothesline on Breaker. And Kaiser. Sheamus gets Kaiser in the ring, but Kaiser scurries out of the ring and grabs a shillelagh. Sheamus follows him out and grabs the shillelagh before it clothesline Kaiser over the barricade into the timekeeper's area. In the ring, Breaker shouts, "Come on, old man." Sheamus throws the shillelagh aside and gets in the ring. They throw a hockey ball before Breaker knees him in the face. Breaker climbs the top ropes, but Sheamus crosses him. Sheamus hits a Breaker with a Celtic cross in the face and covers 1-2. Breaker kicks out. Sheamus goes for the top rope and knocks Breaker back. Breaker quickly scalds to the ropes and hits on Frankensteiner. Roo, roo, roo. You want some? Come get some. You don't like me? Bite me. Sheamus' dad, Rick Steiner. Breaker charges for a spear, but Sheamus sidesteps him. Breaker hits the chair that was wedged in the corner. Sheamus connects with a bro kick and covers 1-2. Kaiser pulls the referee out of the ring. This match was over. Kaiser smiles at Sheamus, infuriating the Celtic Warrior. Sheamus goes outside the ring, but Kaiser virtually attacks him with a shillelagh. Kaiser covering his welts. Sheamus stuns Kaiser with a knee capper and covers, but Kaiser barely kicks out. Crowd chants, "This is awesome." Kaiser soon catches Sheamus rolling with a Death Valley driver. Kaiser grabs him, but Sheamus lifts him, and Kaiser punches Sheamus as injured his ribs and hits a big DDT Breaker, and then crushes Kaiser with a vicious spear, knocking him out of the ring. Breaker sizes Sheamus and hits him with a spear. 1, 2, 3. Breaker retains. Winner is still Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker. I think Sheamus is kind of old news. I think Ludwig Kaiser kind of should have won this match. I mean, who's gonna get this title off of him? Who's gonna stop him? Now we have something that's really sickening here to me. The World Heavyweight title. Damian Priest versus Gunther. Ring General Gunther. The bell rings and Gunther looks less than confident as he stands across. Hold on a second. Across the ring from the man he defeated for the SummerSlam in 2000. BS title at SummerSlam 2024. They lock up and Gunther hits a headlock takeover. Priest soon grabs him within dragging into the arm with an armbar. Gunther fights up and tries to pull him off, but Priest holds on. Gunther goes for a right hand, but Priest avoids it. Gunther then bows out of the ring to avoid a big kick from the Priest. Gunther takes a few moments to recover before getting back in the ring. Gunther puts himself through the ropes to keep Priest back. Gunther quickly kicks and clubs Priest, knocking him to the corner. Gunther sends him to the opposite corner, but Priest pops out with a running shoulder tackle. Priest holds his shoulder in pain. Gunther rolls out of the ring to recover and smiles as he watches. Priest is holding his shoulder. Gunther gets in the ring, but Priest lights him up with some kicks. Gunther goes for a desperation chop. Priest avoids it and boxes the ears. Gunther boosts him back and charges, but Priest hits a flapjack. Priest holds his shoulder in pain again. Gunther is seen making a note of that. Gunther kicks Priest hard in the shoulder. Priest rolls out of the ring and holds his shoulder in pain. Gunther sends his shoulder in the ring post and knocks him into a barricade. Gunther continues to attack the arm, and the clubs the shoulder. Priest rolls into the ring and Gunther snaps the arm. Gunther taunts the crowd and kicks Priest in the shoulder. Gunther continues to target the arm, snapping it and twisting it. Gunther hits a short shoulder tackle before dropping a knee shoulder knee on the shoulder. Gunther pulls him up and brutalizes him with a vicious chop. Gunther has him grounded and applies a modified surfboard strips. Hold on a second, everybody. Technical issue here. Hold on one second. So where was I? Okay, sorry. Gunther kicks Priest hard in the shoulder. Priest rolls out of the ring and holds his shoulder in pain. Gunther hits his shoulder in the ring post and knocks him over into the barricade. Wait, let me start over again. Okay, the lock up the head, lock take over. Priest soon grounds him with an arm drag into the armbar. Gunther fights up and tries to pull him off, but Priest holds on. Gunther goes for a right hand, and Priest avoids it. Gunther then bails out, and to avoid a big kick from Gunther takes a few moments to recover before getting back in the ring. Gunther pulls himself through the ropes to keep Priest back. Gunther quickly kicks and Priest closes Priest, knocking him to the corner. Gunther sends him to the opposite corner, but Priest pops out with a running shoulder tackle. Priest holds his shoulder in pain, but Gunther rolls out of the ring to recover and smiles as he watches. Priest is holding his shoulder. Gunther gets in the ring, but Priest lights him up with some kicks. Gunther goes for a desperation shot, but Priest avoids it and boxes the ears. Gunther soon boosts him in the back and charges, but Priest hits a flapjack. Priest holds his shoulder in pain again. Gunther is seen making note of that. Gunther kicks Priest hard in the shoulder. Priest rolls out of the ring and holds his shoulder in pain. Gunther sends his shoulder in the ring post and knocks him to the barricade. Gunther continues to attack the arm and clubs the shoulder. Priest rolls into the ring and Gunther snipes the arm. Gunther taunts the crowd and kicks Priest in the shoulder. Gunther continues to target the arm, snapping it and twisting it. Gunther hits a short arm shoulder tackle before dropping a knee on the shoulder. Gunther pulls him up and brutalizes him with a vicious chop. Gunther has him grounded and applies a modified surfboard stretch. Priest screams in pain. Priest manages to fight up and forearms Gunther in the face a few times. Gunther cuts him off with a chop, but Priest stuns him with a forearm to the jaw. Gunther wrenches the arm, hits a shoulder thrust. Gunther chops him. Priest shakes it off. Priest attacks before they wipe each other out with a chop, snap, kick attack. Priest slaps the mat and gets fired up. Priest forearms Gunther in the face a few times, but Gunther snaps the arm and Priest responds with some big chops to the chest and the right hand to the face. Priest hits a running elbow into the corner followed by a flatliner. Priest covers for a 2 count. Priest is eventually a one-armed man. He did He did not use his left arm at all in that exchange. Priest goes for a clothesline, but Gunther ducks it and tries for a second sleeper hold. Priest gets out, so Gunther attempts a powerbomb. Priest gets out for a shoulder for a razor's edge, but his arm is too injured. Gunther takes him down, but Priest applies a Gigo Plata. Gunther fights out, and Priest goes for a razor's edge, but his arm gives out. Gunther applies a sleeper hold and transitions into a powerbomb for a near fall. Both men are down. Gunther gets up and hits the top rope. Priest quickly cuts him off, and strikes away at him. Priest hits a top rope hurricane. Priest immediately falls over the razor's edge and covers 1-2. But Gunther kicks out. But that was a weak cover. Priest's arm is so injured. Crowd chants, "This is awesome." Priest pulls the straps down and signals for the end. Priest goes for a south of heaven. Gunther lands on his feet and chops him. Priest chops back and goes for a south of heaven. Gunther gets out. Gunther then applies a Kimura lock onto the injured arm. Priest gets fired up and manages to grab the top of the bomb. Gunther soon gets to his feet and shouts at the crowd, and they are buzzing. But Gunther pulls Priest up and hits a short arm clothesline. Gunther taunts the crowd and hits a short arm clothesline. Gunther goes for a third, but Priest ducks it and hits a lariat. But Priest hits the ropes and hits a clothesline for a near fall. Priest holds his shoulder in pain, grasping at straws to hang this match. Priest hits the top rope, but Gunther crouches him up there. Gunther chops to the chest and climbs up to the top of the middle rope. Priest goozles him. Priest knocks away at his hand. Gunther goes for the top rope for a suplex, but Priest fights him off before falling to the floor. The referee runs to the ringside to check on Priest. The referee gets in the ring to check on Gunther. Finn Balor appears at ringside and jumps off the side steps with a coup de grace on Priest. Gunther is irate and boosts Balor down. Gunther gets Priest in the ring and applies a sleeper hold. Priest is unconscious, and the referee calls for the bell. Well, for everybody, it looks like we've seen a Vancouver screw job. Priest has just got screwed by his fellow former ex Judgment Day member Finn Balor. We've seen a Montreal screw job, and now we've seen a Vancouver screw job tonight. There have been a lot of screw jobs in the main Survivor Series event. I mean, it's the same thing happened to Bret Hart in 1997. Now we're seeing the screw job tonight, Damian Priest. Canada, this is the second time that Canada has hosted a Survivor Series event since 1997 in Montreal, and now doing with Vancouver. Still World Heavyweight Champion Gunther, the ring general. Gunther clutches his World Heavyweight Champion, but is unhappy that Finn Balor interfered. Gunther wanted to defeat Priest on his own. Gunther doesn't want Balor's help. Priest is going to get his hands somehow on Finn Balor. Beware, Finn. Priest is going to get you. A little screw job. And we see a promo of Saturday Night's Main Event is coming December the 14th, 2024 on NBC. The first ever United States U.S. Championship U.S. Champion will be crowned on the show. Cody Rhodes will also defend the Undisputed World Wrestling Entertainment Championship against Kevin Owens. I really hate that Triple H made a big mistake canceling getting not mentioning tribute to troops. I mean, can't he just leave a year on the day before Christmas or on Christmas Day? Because that shows disrespect to the men and women of our country. I mean, I never heard him announce saying that tribute to troops is canceled. This Monday on Raw, the New Day will celebrate their 10th anniversary. And the Women's Intercontinental Championship tournament will also begin. Xavier's going to turn heel on Monday, trust me. On Kofi. Video, they do some spin-off of the NFL game presentation where the competitors in the men's WarGames match each state their name in a tribute. And so your video, now it's time for the main event. Really good match, the men's WarGames match. The Bloodline, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, and Tonga Leola, and Big Bronson Reed versus Sami Zayn. Jimmy Uso, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and main event Jey Uso. The match will start with Tama Tonga, who climbed out of the cage, scaled with walls like a spider monkey during his entrance, versus main event Jey Uso. The bell bell rings to start the timer, not the match. Tama Tonga is standing on the top rope in the second ring. Jey Uso cautiously leaves the ring and gets into the second ring. Tonga gets off the top rope, and OTC chant picks up. Jey and Tonga take a lot of time before getting into a hockey fight. Tonga sends him into a corner, but Jey slingshots him over and hits a uppercut. Jey charges with a running back elbow, and followed by a snap kick. Tonga blocks a kick and ducks an enziguri. Tonga connects with a sliding clothesline. We're halfway through the opening round. Tonga clubs away at Jey and hits a Falcon Arrow. Tonga mounts Jey and punches away at him. Tonga goes between the rings and hits a slingshot elbow drop. Tonga punches Jey, but Jey fires back with some right hands. Tonga reverses a whip corner to corner, and Jey hits hard. The Bloodline has the advantage in this match, so Tonga will soon have some help. Tonga takes Jey down and covers, but the match has not started yet. Jey avoids a sliding clothesline and hits an enziguri. We're down to the final 20 seconds. Jey charges and hits a Tonga with a running hip attack. Big time expires. Big Bronson Reed heads to the ring. Reed throws 4 chairs into the ring. Jey throws a few chairs into Reed's face, but Reed blocks one. And Jey is worried. Jey punches at Reed and charges, but Reed takes him down with an avalanche. Reed drives a chair into Jey's ribs. Reed does it again, and Tonga joins him in the first in the ring. Reed smashes Jey's spine, the chair, and slams Tonga into him. Reed then hits a senton splash. Jey rolls into the second ring, but Reed and Tonga follow him there. Tonga stomps away at Jey. Reed stands on the midsection. Reed rips Tonga into Jey before hitting an avalanche of his own. We're down to the last 10 seconds before Jey gets some help. Time expires and Jimmy Uso runs down to help his brother. Jimmy gets in the ring and kicks Tonga and Reed back. Jimmy chops a few times before the Usos double kick him. They hit a double team uppercut. Tonga hits Jey with an elbow on Jey. Jimmy hits boots Reed back and uppercuts Tonga. Jimmy then takes Reed and Tonga out with a corkscrew moonsault. The Usos knock Reed to the corner. Jimmy attacks Tonga and avalanches him with a forearm to the jaw. The Usos then do a stereo 10 punches to Reed and Tonga and knock Reed back with the double team uppercut. The Usos then send Reed to the cage wall. The crowd chants, "This is Usi. This is Usi." Time expires and Jacob Fatu enters. Tonga Leo was going in, but Solo Sikoa held him back. Fatu gets in the ring and takes Jimmy down. Stomping away at him, Jay hits Fatu with a Samoan drop, but Fatu immediately pops up. Fatu takes Jay down before avalanching Jimmy into the cage wall. Fatu takes Jay down and slings Jimmy's head into the wall. Fatu hits on ropes and hits Jimmy with a handspring kick before hitting Jay with a standing moonsault. Reed and Tonga join Fatu in the first ring. Reed and Fatu hold Jay up in his arms, but Tonga spins him around for a double team slam. Fatu hits Jimmy with a running hip attack into the cage. Time expires. CM Punk gets in, but Roman blocks him with his arm. Sami Zayn enters the match. Punk looks at Reigns and is not happy. Zayn gets in the ring and the crowd is buzzing for him. Zayn punches away at Tonga before springboarding him over to hitting a clothesline. Zayn attacks Reed, but Reed knocks him back. Zayn oversteps an avalanche and does the 10 punches. Reed falls to the mat and rolls between the rings. Zayn stands on Reed and stomps away at him. Zayn goes for a crossbody block on Fatu. Fatu catches him. Jimmy hits Fatu with a springboard kick and goes down. Jimmy and Zayn do their celebrate embrace. Jimmy and Zayn double team Fatu with the stomps. The Usos and Zayn double team Reed and hit with stomps in the corner. Zayn goes for the ring, goes first in the ring and grabs the Tonga before sending him head first to the cage wall. Reed headbutts Jimmy and punches away at him in the corner. Zayn cuts him off. Fatu runs him over with the avalanche. Time ticking down before the bloodline gets the advantage back. Jimmy hits Fatu with a implant DDT. Time expires and Tonga Leo enters the match. Lolo puts the 2 tables into the ring. Fatu puts 2 tables in the ring. Fatu slides into the second ring. Leo clotheslines Jay down. Leo goes into the first ring and slashes Zayn. And table is leaning into the corner of the second ring. Leo drops Zayn onto the top turnbuckle and splashes him against the cage. The bloodline is in the second ring. Fatu hits Jay with a split-legged moonsault in the corner. Tonga puts a chair in Jimmy's face and hits a sliding dropkick. Leo sends Jay's face into the cage wall. Time expires. And Roman Reigns goes to enter, but CM Punk blows by him. Reigns is not happy. This is Punk's first WarGames match. Punk stands on the steps looks at the bloodline who is waiting for him in the ring. Punk goes to the ringside and pulls a toolbox from under the ring. Punk hits everyone in the head with a toolbox. Punk wildly hits away at Leola. Punk hits Reed with a running knee into the corner. Punk then hits Tonga with a running high knee, followed by Fatu. Punk then hits Fatu with a running bulldog on the toolbox. Fatu immediately pops up and attacks Punk and hits a pop-up Samoan drop. The bloodline continues to dominate everyone in the ring. Time expires and Solo Sikoa enters. Sikoa talks trash to Roman Reigns, who sneers at him. Quickly hits the ring and slams the door into Zayn's head. They set Jay up near the door and Sikoa slams him slams the door into his face. Jimmy is set up, and Sioka slams the door on him. Sioka grabs the steel chain, gets in the ring. Sioka hits Zayn with a spinning solo. The Tongans then hit Jimmy with a spinning slam. They repeat the move on Jay. The Usos are put next to each other, and Fatu hits them with a moonsault. Reed then hits Zayn with a tsunami. The Bloodline is absolutely dominating. Punk slaps Sioka in the face, but he is quickly overwhelmed. Sioka then chains the door shut. Sioka shouts, "Oh, the stupid computer's freezing again. Hold on a second, everybody." Trying to figure out where I was. Your time expires. Yeah. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm back. Sioka, they set Jay up into near door, and Sioka slams his door facing, his door face, slams the door into his face. Jimmy is set up, and Sioka slams the door on him. Sioka grabs a chain and gets in the ring. Sioka hits Zayn with spinning solo. The Tongans then hit Jimmy with a spinning slam. They repeat the move on Jay. The Usos are put next to each other, and Fatu hits them with a moonsault. Reed then hits Zayn with tsunami, but the Bloodline is absolutely dominating. Pimp slaps Sioka in the face, but is quickly overwhelmed. Sioka then chains the door shut. Sioka shouts that Reigns is not coming in this match. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time expires, and yep, he did. And the OTC Roman Reigns makes his way out to the cage. The Bloodline waits in the ring for him. Reigns' partners are all down. Reigns can't enter the match because the door is locked shut. Reigns climbs to the cage wall, Tonga greets him, but Reigns punches away him. Lowell meets the same fate. Reed climbs, but Reigns knocks him down and crosses him on the top rope. Reigns kicks everyone away and attacks Sioka, knocking him off the rope. Sioka then hits the Bloodline with a driving crossbody block. And WarGames officially begins. Sioka then sends Reigns over the top ropes, but Reigns uppercuts him back. Reigns gets in the ring first and helps everyone except their feet, except CM Punk. Reigns and Punk argue a bit. Paul Heyman comes to the ringside and shouts at the two of them. Raymond says they need to bring out the best of each other because this is WarGames. The ring announcer says WarGames is beginning now. The original Bloodline stands in the ring while the Bloodline stands in the other. A huge brawl breaks out. Zang DDTs Reed. Low attack Zang. The Tongans go to double team Zang. But the Usos don't hit them with the stereo super kicks. The Usos head to the top rope on the opposite. And ends with the Tongans with the stereo Uso splashes. Fatu and Sioka then attack the Usos. Sioka then sends Jay headfirst into the cage wall. Fatu and Sioka get in the ring, but Reigns and Punk punch away at them. Reigns and Punk are overwhelmed. Sioka goes for a small spike, but Reigns gets away. Sioka instead accepts Reigns, and Reigns accidentally hits Punk with a spear. Punk was preparing to hit Fatu with a gold sleep. Sioka hits Reigns with a small spike. He goes for the cover 1-2, but Reigns kicks out. Reed gets in the second ring and hits Punk with a diving valley, with a running death valley. Fatu immediately goes for a moonsault, but misses it. It hurts his knee, and Reed hits Punk with a senton splash and covers. But Zane breaks it up. Lowell sends Jimmy into the cage raw, but Fatu is holding his knee in pain and is wedged in the corner to stay away from the action. Reed and Sioka set up a table, and Fatu gets up hobbling. Ring elbows Fatu and quickly hits Sioka with a spear. Reed quickly super kicks Reigns and puts him in the table. Reed climbs up to the top rope, but he does not stop and heads to the top rope of the cage. Wow, Reed looks down at Reigns on the table. Reed dies, but Punk pulls away at Reigns. Reed crashes through the table, unreal. A loud CM Punk chant fires up. Reigns helps Punk, and Fatu attacks him. Reigns hits Fatu with a Superman punch. Sioka hits Reigns with two Samoan spikes and covers, but the Usos break up the pin with stereo super kicks. Fatu gets in the first ring with the Usos. Fatu absorbs the two super kicks, but the Usos soon take him out with a 1D. Leo runs in, but Jay hits him with a spear. Tonga attacks Jay, but Zane takes him out with a blue Thunderbomb. They have Fatu on the table. Jimmy heads to the top rope, hits to the top of the cage. Jimmy dives and crushes Fatu with a Uso splash for the table. Wow. The Usos get in the second ring and help Reigns up. Jay says, "Let's finish this shit." The original bloodline surrounds Sioka. Reigns shouts at Sioka and tells him to acknowledge him. Sioka is defiant, so the Usos each super kick him before hitting a double super kick. Zayn hits Sioka with a hell of a kick. Punk smashes, and Sioka hits it with a GTS. Sioka stumbles into the ropes, and Vane viciously spears him with a down for the win. And the winners, the pinfall, Sami Zayn, Jimmy Uso, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Jey Uso. That was good. That was really good right there tonight. The original Bloodline celebrates in the ring. Reigns extends his hand to CM Punk, who returns with a handshake. They lock eyes before backing up. Paul Heyman happily watches him from the outside of the ring. The Bloodline put the ones up, but Punk poses with his GTS pose. The Pioneers go off as the show comes to an end. They begin to exit the ring. Punk embraces Heyman and Punk tells him that when he needs a favor, he's going to come ask him. Heyman agrees. Reigns is the last man out of the ring and puts his hand on the wise man's face. The original Bloodline walks off back. Jimmy is helped back by Jay and Zayn. Punk walks ahead of them. They pose one last time in front of the entrance, and Punk joins them. Really good show tonight. Really good show. You know, I would say about this. This is the first time that Paul Heyman ever became a babyface in his WWE career, ever since he was a heel in ECW, and mostly a heel. And when he was a heel, when he was running ECW, and when he was a babyface, and when he was a heel manager in WWE. But this is the first time in his WWE he's ever became a babyface in WWE. Who knows who attacked Jade Cargill. I think WWE's gonna keep that ring keep that on the shelf for a while, like they did with the Stone Cold storyline when he got Stone Cold storyline in 2000. We're gonna find if when Jade Cargill finds out, she's probably might find out who did it, and they probably might do a storyline on who attacked Jade Cargill, like they did with the Who Done storyline with Stone Cold in 2000 when Stone Cold made his comeback to the WWE. And I think 2025. I think this is really good. Looks really good for this Thanksgiving Thanksgiving weekend tonight, and it's really leading up to the holiday season for Christmas. Really good, put on a really good show tonight. Triple H really pulled it off. Really pulled it off. So that's my little review. Now I know it's time for something I like to do. It's time for
They say seeing is believing.
hold on a second. It's time for Justin's Time in History, all the wrestling birthdays for today, November 30th, 2024, on sports and so on, so everything. All you hear, I think, is a theme from Back to the Future, starring Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd. Let's get down to business. One of my favorite movies from my childhood. I love the Back to the Future movies. Let's see. Let's go to today's November the 30th. Sorry if I got to mention earlier on the show. And by the way, I'm forgetting to mention that in my podcast earlier about that later on tonight I'll be doing a Survivor Series WarGames review. Yeah. So let's get down to business for November the 30th. Hold on a second. Okay. November the 30th. Today's a happy 51st birthday to Christian. WWE Hall of Famer, and Gordon Liddy would have been 94 today. Naomi, who competed in tonight's WarGames, turns 37 today. Bert Sawyer. Bert Sawyer, he turns 59. He would have been 59 today. He would have been 59 today. He died on November 12th, 2003. He would have been 54 today. 59 today. He was in WCW, TNA, NWA. Let's see what else. The Z-Man Tom Zink would have been 66. He went 66 today. He died of atherosclerosis and cardiomyopathy. So he very tragic person, Z-Man. Jushin Thunder Liger turned 60 today. And Jimmy Del Rey. Late Jimmy Del Rey, he would have been 61 today, I believe. He went 62 today. And today's also a happy birthday to today's also happy. Today's also a happy 56th birthday to Desiree. She's a black English pop and soul artist known for his number one hit single from 1994, 95 called "You Gotta Be," one of my favorite childhood songs. And yeah, just about it. That's got everything covered. See what? Hold on, wait. Yeah, I think I got everything covered. So that's it. For all of you subscribing to God for this whole Justin Swimming. Thanksgiving is over. Now it's almost time for December. It's time for Christmas to come. leading up to a new year, 2025. I got to close out something with all of you tonight, a little bit of song. It's number one hit single from either from both 1994 and 1995. Since it's by Desiree in honor of her Desiree black English pop soul singer with the number one single You Gotta Be. Turns 56 today. I'm gonna close out the song with her in honor of her birthday. Her number one single from 1994 and 1995 called You Gotta Be in honor of her birthday today. So here's the close of the show. Hope all of you have a good night. It's Christmas. It's tomorrow's December, first day of December, just in time for Christmas and biggest day of the year in the new year, 2025. So hope all of you have a good night. I'm the Godfather Soldiers Limits, the late chair here in Charlotte say one of the members of a wrestling group. I used to say I like to dress up like Chubby Checker, sing like Lionel Richie, dance like James Brown. I like to get in the hot tub. Gonna make me sweat. Gonna make me dry. Gonna make me wet. So I hope all of you have a good night. Here's something to close out the show tonight. It's in honor of a happy birthday today, Desiree, black English soul musician I grew up listening to. I love her. Her hit single, You Gotta Be. Here it is. Good night. Survivor Series WarGames was a good show tonight. Hope I have a good night. Here it is. You Gotta Be by Desiree in honor of her 56th birthday. Good night. All I say today. save the day.